Hello, my name is Alyssa Huber. I'm going to be reading something based on a blog post I wrote, and it's called The Neurodivergents. Autism, ADHD, OCD, Down syndrome, Bipolar, Dyslexia, Tourettes, etc. There is a word for us. No, not disordered and not mentally ill. We are the neurodivergent. The world has imposed upon us a standard which many of us cannot meet, leaving us scarred in the process of trying to get there. This standard is called normal. Anyone without a diagnosis of a developmental disorder is considered normal, or another word for it, neurotypical. Society tells us that these are the ideal people and that we're supposed to behave like them. There is a badge of shame attached to diagnosis. It's called stigma, and it hurts us. It tells us that the way we think is wrong, and we somehow have to make it right. It tells society to fear us because we could hurt someone or ruin relationships. Neurodivergent brain types like autistic or dyslexic are different from mental illnesses like depression or anxiety, but we are prone to mental illness since we are so different. Mental illness is not a character flaw. It's what happens when society's demands are incompatible with our natural abilities. It's the pain we feel at being forced in line when we need the freedom to be ourselves. It makes us hate who we are when we can't control it. Many of us neurodivergents have experienced unspeakable pain, and it is absolutely valid, even if others assume that we are overreacting. In fact, overreacting is a myth. Everybody reacts based on the intensity of their experiences, so everyone reacts just right. We shouldn't laugh at each other's complaints or struggles, no matter who or where it comes from, whether it's from neurotypicals or neurodivergent people. Everyone should be respected. Though we are all different from each other, there are some common traits of neurotypicals versus traits of neurodivergents. For instance, neurotypicals are creatures of moderation, wanting to fit in, follow the crowds, not stir the pot. Neurotypicals help maintain order in our world, so we should not hate them even if they have hated us in the past. Only love can drive out hate. In comparison, neurodivergents are creatures of extremes. You can find us on the fringes of society, either stirring up change, trying hard to fit in, more or less appearing normal, or quietly hiding away. We have extreme personalities, extreme weaknesses, and extreme strengths. But our strengths are often ignored, especially in the clinical world, because our weaknesses draw more attention. For example, autistics are seen as obsessive, those with ADHD are ditzy, people with OCD are neurotic. Those are just a few examples of how we put negative labels on those with a diagnosis. What most people don't know is that we can also have extreme strengths. I found a rather interesting article online about how what we call mental disorders could have been evolutionary advantages in the past. For instance, an autistic's preference for objects over people would have made them great hunter-gatherers, using their repetitive tendencies to do things like stockpiling food, for instance. And without ADHD, we might not have invented anything, because we wouldn't be so easily bored. Many people with ADHD have floods of ideas and think outside the box. And it's very likely that people with OCD established today's rules of basic hygiene and worked to prevent diseases and ensured that enemies didn't poison our food or anything weird like that. I wish society could see us this way, and maybe we wouldn't suffer so much. But there is hope for us. Our voices are getting louder. Tools like the internet are giving us a platform to speak and connect with others like us. There is overwhelming support. We just have to look for it. We have to be willing to look at ourselves and others with fresh eyes, not through the dirty goggles that the world has pulled over our faces. To be accepted, we must accept ourselves and others, and avoid judging each other and buying into damaging stereotypes the way that others have done to us. No matter who you are, neurodivergent or neurotypical, you are allowed to take up space. It is okay to take care of yourself, and you are deserving of love and dignity. There is nothing wrong with you, and even if you have to hide or be like an actor on a stage, you have every right to love being you.
Thank you, Alyssa. That's a very important message that needs to be heard in our current times. So keep it, keep presenting that. It's very important.
Thank you.